You know, one of the things that I recognize about business is you got to have a vision. You got to be able to look out on the horizon for as far as your eyes can see and gain a vision. It's like those buildings over there, and let me enlarge it. It's harder to see that afar off. But once I enlarge it, once you get closer, you see it even better. So the closer and the closer you get to your vision, the clearer it gets. I don't know if that's making sense to some people who set out on the course to do business. Business is not for the faint of heart. Business is hard work. It takes dedication. It takes determination, commitment, long nights, early days, late nights. Business takes boldness, and it takes, it takes you to get to a place to where you begin to understand that it's not going to happen overnight. You don't know everything. And because you don't know everything, you're going to need a lot of help. And the truth of the matter is that help begins with a coach. I'm grateful I can leave out of my residential office and come down the street to the beach and coach my clients. And the beauty of God's handiwork in nature. I can do it on multiple occasions. I can do it any time of the day, any day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And if you're going to live the life that you want to live, you're going to have to put in a lot of hard work. And you making the right decisions and the right steps, taking the right measures, the right risk. Because business is a risk. Regardless, nonetheless, it's a risk. But you have to learn to take the right risk at the right times. And unless you have a guide, i.e. a coach, e.g. a mentor, a business consultant, a business specialist, somebody that knows, the harder it's going to be for you and the longer it's going to take for you to get there. This is why we often hashtag the fact you need a coach. It is inevitable. And if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So what are you doing to build your business up to the places to where you want it to be? What steps have you taken? How are you scaling up your business? What is your target customer? What is your target market? Have you done a value proposition? For the reality for most people, do you even know what that is? Have you done your market research? You have an idea. You're willing to take a risk. You got a few plans, but do you have a business plan? Are you following that plan? Because your business plan is your strategy for the future of your business. It is you doing the research to know what will happen from the first 5 years to 10 years and beyond. It is what helps you when you start suffering from inertia and you get stuck and you don't know what to do. You go back to the plan and make sure that you're following the plan that you spent all the market research on, all the time studying and learning, so that you keep pressing forward to the goal. And when even you get lost in that, even with that, you're still going to need a coach. You're going to need a coach to help you to get to the place where you want to be. Only prideful people, only people who are ignorant of the fact of what it takes to build successful business make statements like they don't need a coach. Those are the only people that will not invest into them own selves by investing to a business coach to help them to get to where they're going. You need a coach. And there's a surefire way for you to get there. Somebody who's done it, who knows about it, who's done business for a long period of time. People who are licensed, who are certified, some are degreed, who know what they're doing, who have a wealth of knowledge, of experience, not just textbook knowledge, but experience. Guys like me who've done business since I've been 12 or 13 years old. And now I'm 48. Making 6 figures and beyond, on my way to 7 figures. Have made more than 7 figures over the years, but I'm talking about now making 6 or 7 figures in 1 year. But of course, over the years, I've made well over 7 figures. I've made a myriad and a plethora, just an amalgam of money to be able to take care of my family the way that I want for what I could do at the moment, and I continue to make that better and better and better. And I got to tell you, as a business owner, entrepreneur, a business coach who is a believer in Christ, I understand that none of it can be done without God. Now, whether whatever religion you may be in, or whatever it is you say you believe, it is going to take a higher power to help you to get it done. And preferably, you want that to be, I think something bit me, preferably, you want that to be the Almighty God. You want it to be definitely for sure the true God. And that's just me. You may not worship the way I worship or believe the way I believe. That's each up to each individual's own choice. This is what I choose. I choose to follow Yeshua. And so I know that He is my help in all of my business endeavors and in all that I seek to do. He is my help. And He helps me to get it done in a timely and an orderly fashion. And all of my witty inventions and divine ideas come from Him. Even when I'm coaching my clients, there's the boys in blue on the ATVs. Hey, that's Gary's finest, who we also work with, just on the line with the chief of police of Gary, Indiana, the other day. And so we do a lot of work, not just in business, but in our community and everything, in ministry and church, so on and so forth. So, you have to be a stand-up person. And contrary to popular belief in America, where there's a bunch of crooks and charlatans in business, it's a very imperative and important you be an integral business owner of honesty, of good character, good nature, good attributes, preferably godly nature and godly attributes for that matter. You gotta take one of those O's out of good and understand where the true power comes from. And so you need a coach. I am here ready and willing to help anybody who is serious about going to the next dimension in their business. And because we try to help those who are marginalized, those who have been rejected and dejected, those who seem to be on the bottom of the barrel, we keep our prices very affordable for the average working class American. So when you come to us, you need to get out of your mind, oh, it's going to cost me 10 and 20 and 30,000. No, not unless you're working on, some huge $1 million project, then maybe, but even then, we're going to keep it as affordable for our clients and our customers as we possibly can. We're not here to get rich quick and try to get rich off of people. We're here to help people. But at the same time, this is an established business. We must feed our families. Okay, we didn't go through certifications and go through studying and test and pay for them to make nothing back, right? This is a business. You're in business to make money, to make a profit, right? And because we keep our overhead very low, we don't have to charge the astronomical fees that most of these coaches are charging. And when you think of a Tony Robbins, when you think of a Grant Cardone or a Les Brown or so on and so forth, those guys have earned a name for themselves and they are able to get more money, and they're going to charge you more money. And the truth of the matter is, just like any designer name brand, you're paying for a brand. You're paying for a name. Well, you know, we're not trying to get rich off of a name and off of a brand. We're trying to help people. So the best thing you can do is to give us a call, get your 30-minute free consultation, and then after that, set up your discovery call, all right, so that we can help you discover what it is that you say you want to accomplish and come up with a tailor-made coaching plan just for you on how to do it. We do that just for each individual client, all right? And then we talk numbers, okay? Then we talk numbers, all right? And we help you get to where you're going. I'll more than likely be here coaching. I coached the client on Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? I coached one of my clients on Monday or Tuesday. Got another one I know on Friday that's already scheduled and planned. And these are monthly clients. And then unless another client just pops in or free consultation and so on and so forth, I think that's all I got on my schedule for the week. So you want to get in there and get scheduled. Start off with your free 30-minute consultation so you can get an idea of what it's going to take for you to accomplish your goals, your visions, your dreams, and to have a successful, thriving, lucrative business. And then we schedule a discovery call and we start to really dig in. And we go in our kitchen as business chefs and we begin to cook, okay? And we come up with a tailor-made coaching plan step by step in order to help you to do that. And then we talk real numbers. All right, so it's not as hard as you think, but you're going to have to put your best foot forward, put your money where your mouth is, and be willing to invest in yourself by paying someone to help you to get to where you're going. That's not an investment in that company. That's an investment within yourself to help you get to where you're going. Call us today, 708-365-9753. Email us, ajenterprisesinc19@gmail.com. You can DM us, private messages here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. But whatever you do, never forget that when you enter into business, you become a player on the field of business, and every player absolutely knows that they need a coach. Until next time, my friends, my future clients and future customers, I look forward to speaking with you soon. I'm going to keep living this wonderful and grand, great life. Talk to you soon. God bless.